Hi, Erica. Hi, Betty. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I
Wonderful.
can.
Testing, testing.
All good?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're just going to wait for about 5 minutes to let everyone join. So far, we have 2 attendees. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. We'll just give everyone a few minutes to join, and then we'll get started. Very excited, very excited. Let's give everyone a few more minutes. We're going to start at 11:05, and I will start. Few more minutes and we will get started. We just want to give everyone a chance to join.
Have some stragglers coming in here and there.
Yes. Next time we'll definitely bring music. Okay. About 2 more minutes and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of everything. Okay. I see there's a few more people just joining in. Okay. So I'm going to get us started, and as people join in, that will be fine. I'm very, very excited to be hosting this webinar. My name is Erica. I am the marketing manager here at ManageGo. Today, our webinar topic is taking your property management digital. I'm so excited to host this with my 2 wonderful coworkers. I'll start with Larry Vizikin, who is our VP of Growth. Larry's job here is to really keep his ear to the industry, making sure ManageGo is at the forefront of this industry and really listening to the things that our clients, potential or current, really need from our software and services. Up next is another one of my amazing coworkers, Betty Monsanto, who is our Director of Client Success. Betty's main job is to really give our clients that white glove level of service to really onboard them, make sure they have everything that they need, make sure our clients are successful in all of the software and services they use from ManageGo. So with that being said, one more thing, if you do have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the chat and we will definitely get to them at the end of our end of our session, sorry, during our Q&A. So I'd like to hand it over to Larry to kick us off and go from there.
Good morning, everyone. Appreciate your time and thank you so much for that lovely handoff, Erica. It's a pleasure working with you. And as she mentioned, I'm the VP of Growth here. I've been in sales most of my background, and especially in the real estate and tech sector. Over the last 5 years, I've basically said that I've dealt with helping property managers keep their sanity. But on a more serious note, my job shows me the different needs of each management company, their residents, or whether it's commercial properties, and how it's shifting to working from an all-in-one system or one software versus 10, 20, or 25, and one that's accessible from any device while they're on the go, and which helps their business and quality of life at the end of the day. So to kick things off, at the core, one of the most important things was to digitize your accounts receivables. Paper, mail, it's outdated, it inundates the office, it creates a lot of manual work. So what does digitizing your accounts receivable mean for property managers? So paying online or through our mobile app is always the most convenient way for your residents or tenants to pay their rent or pay their fees. It's obviously becoming the industry standard, but while more and more people are adopting this method, we also need to help you take care of the outliers or the stragglers, people that are stuck in their old ways or mailing a check or stopping by the office. All right, ManageGo offers even more solutions that help property managers eliminate paper and mail. So we have the ability to capture essentially any form of payment, whether it's check, money order, or even cash through our partnership with MoneyGram. So this allows you to see and track any type of payments, whether it's an ACH, credit card, debit card, check, or money order on the dashboard electronically, while your funds are also being deposited electronically. And if some of you here today are in the accounting or finance department within your company, I'm sure you'd appreciate that we have a real-time integration with most accounting systems geared toward the real estate market. So this will eliminate all the manual entry you need to do every single month when rent payments are being issued and being deposited physically. And lastly, what brings us full circle is handling your accounts receivables on the billing and invoicing side of your business. All right, so every single month you generate rent bills that you now have to make sure are accurate and then go out in a timely manner before the first to your tenants. Otherwise, they'll say they didn't get it, and there's their excuse for not paying their rent. So our system is going to offload all the billing that you need to generate, and we're also going to take care of the mailing to the residents. It's just a massive time saver. Now, moving on from payments, I would say the biggest gripe for property managers and residents alike is communication and repair requests. We designed a maintenance system that's easy to use for both residents and property managers, but also the maintenance field staff. Now, I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say this or not, because frankly, my background is in sales, but let's face it, no one likes talking on the phone these days, especially listening to complaints and long voicemails and trying to keep track of everything. And even email becomes just a huge pain when you own or manage thousands of units. It's not the solution, it just isn't. With our system, you can now get repair requests through the same portal they go online to make their rent payments. You can conveniently respond to each request, and you can even have a sidebar and chat with your maintenance staff in the field that's invisible to the tenant. In addition, residents can show you how serious the issues are by posting pictures or posting videos. This helps cut the amount of workers you're sending in and out if they weren't aware how big the situation was. And now it requires a lot more tools or a lot more maintenance staff to be on hand. So we wanted to help you cut down on phone calls, emails, voicemails, things that are hard to track, and it's just a way less stress for the resident while they're waiting for a reply. That's 50% of the battle, is wondering whether the management company is aware of the situation they have or not. But wait, there is more. We also built out features to digitize the back end of maintenance work for you and your staff, and that only you hear of, right? Well, if you're a property manager, that is. Things like preventative maintenance, asset inspections, move-ins, move-outs, checklists in all those scenarios as well. So for instance, if you still track those inspections or checklists with a pen and paper, or when a tenant moves out, how do you keep track of the work being done to get this unit rent ready as quickly as possible? With Manage Go, you can customize digital checklists, create preset tasks for your staff, and automatically or manually assign them. So there's no overlap. And no more whiteboards, no more pen and pads, and the disorganization that comes with that. And as a result, you'll enjoy an increase in NOI from the quicker turnaround times on repairs, better allocation of your staff's time, and reducing apartment churn while improving the resident communication. And now I'll turn it over to Betty. As Director of Client Success, she analyzes every single client that we have and which can benefit most from some of our newest features like leasing and concierge.
Thanks, Larry, and good morning, everyone. Thank you again for joining us today. As Larry mentioned, I work with clients on a day-to-day as the Manage Go feature expert to help them navigate the platform. And the feedback that myself and the client success team hear the most about Manage Go is that it's intuitive, it's easy to use, and it covers the full scope of the property management day-to-day. So let's continue to look at how digitizing your process can protect your time, but also protect your properties. Our clients are generally looking for more seamless, less paper-driven way to secure qualified applicants. With Manage Go, you can invite your applicant to submit their application online, which can be set, completed, and submitted from anywhere on any device. With our rental application feature, you can request an application to collect contact information, collect rental history, check employment history, request proof of income. You can even run a background check or credit check seamlessly directly from the application page. If you're collecting application fees, credit check fees, or maybe even a non-refundable deposit, you can also do this with the Manage Go application payments area, and all of which you can customize on the property level. So if you're operating in different states or you have different requirements, we got you covered. And lastly, our applicant data works seamlessly with our leasing feature. So now you can easily add an applicant as a signer when creating a new lease. The rental application tools will help you get all of the information you need to screen an applicant, make an informed decision, and go paperless, ultimately saving time. Next, we'll move on to leasing. Okay, so now you've secured the perfect tenant and you need to do the tedious work of getting a compliant lease prepared. Maybe there's some redlining that takes place. You're organizing an in-person signing. With our highly anticipated leasing feature, this is the newest addition to our feature set. We're going to make filling that property faster and easier. So with Manage Go, you can eliminate paperwork, in-person signing. With leasing, you'll have the ability to create lease templates and riders, which means you're now quickly customizing your lease templates to fit your needs. With our custom field feature, you can actually include unique clauses, provisions that are specific to your property or the tenant without having to spend the hours of perfecting each unique lease. You can also set up notifications. So in your lease settings, you can set rules that automatically send email notifications to your tenants when their lease is 30, 60, 90 days from expiring. It's going to shoot them a message that's going to encourage your renters to let you know sooner if you're filling that vacancy or if you're renewing a lease. You can also collect electronic signatures. So electronic signatures have been widely adopted in the court system to save you time and resources needed in person signing. With Manage Go, you can have your renters sign legal forms from their phones or computers, and Manage Go will authenticate the signatures with a certification of accuracy. You can also manage these documents, keep track of pending, existing, expiring leases, all in the same place that you're managing your other property management day-to-day. With cloud-based storage, this will allow you to access those lease documents from anywhere at any time. And lastly, and probably most importantly, managing your renewal process, right? So streamlining that renewal process and leveraging our leasing feature will help you quickly send out and automatically update those leases with dates, rent amounts, all of the details you'll need upon the expiration. Ultimately, you're going to have a more efficient process that lowers the cost to lease management. And think about it, if you manage a couple hundred to a couple thousand of units, during the springtime, when all of these leases are coming up, managing renewals is going to be a huge nightmare, but not if you have a streamlined process like Manage Go, where you can cut down your time you're spending on renewals and spend more time on securing new tenants, filling vacancies.
Okay, so thank you, Betty and Larry, for going over what I like to call our core bundle. I think this is now a good time to move into our concierge services. We are very, very excited about our concierge services. It has been in the works and recently released, and we have a full bundle that we're super, super excited to share. So I think I'll hand that back over to Betty to get started and tell you more about our concierge services.
Thanks, Erica. So apartment amenities have long been one of the top reasons that residents sign and renew their leases. Residents will always seek apartment buildings with the best amenities. I know I do. Our clients that are properties know that managing amenity reservations is time consuming. However, convenience is desired and great service is expected from residents at these types of properties. So if you're offering residents an elevated concierge experience, you should be leveraging Manage Go Concierge. With amenities, you're going to give your residents a convenient online access to reserve an amenity or facility, and it's the perfect tool to reserve party rooms, service elevators, workspaces, move-in appointments. We actually have a client that's utilizing amenities to manage their bowling lanes. I'd love to be a resident at that property. With amenities enabled, you'll actually be able to effortlessly add your amenities to the tenant pools, customize all of them based on your specific needs. So specify which amenity can be booked. You can provide a photo slide of the amenity so they know this amenity from other facilities in the building. You can specify the fee you'll charge. You can collect security deposits. You can allow your residents to bring guests. You can charge for these guests. You can set guest limits. You can even specify what types of tenants are able to book this amenity with the tenant feature. In the concierge dashboard, your staff can view the reservation, approve and decline the booking, and keep track of payments all in the same place. Your residents are going to love how simple it is to make a reservation, and you're going to love how easy it is to manage it on your end. So why not enhance your residents' amenity experience with the luxury of managing bookings on the go with the Manage Go app? Now we'll move on to classes and events. I'm curious, are you offering any classes for your residents at your properties? You might want to consider creating a program dedicated to planning and hosting monthly events like Resident Appreciation Pizza Party maybe, or maybe a fitness boot camp. Events can help residents connect with each other and improve their overall living experience. With classes and events, you can create a calendar of events that your residents can book right from their Manage Go app. The way it works is simple. You can give them you can give your class or event a name. You can specify the date, time, location, or even the instructor. We actually allow for you to create instructor profiles as well. You can set a registration price. You can specify when tenants can enroll. You can also decide whether that class is reoccurring or just a one-time event. And from there, all you have to do is wait for people to register. And when you're managing a luxury property and you're looking to attract and retain new renters, how are you going to stand out? I think with offering amenities like classes and events, you're not offering a place to live, but you're also offering a lifestyle. And when your residents feel connected, they are more likely to renew that lease. And I'll let Larry take on the rest of the concierge features.
Awesome. Appreciate that, Betty. That was very insightful. So basically, it's a huge value add for companies that want to stand out of the pack. It's not just curbside appeal amenities like a pool or a gym or a club room. It's something that now is engaging with the people that live on your buildings and attracts the preferred type of tenant. Especially in a very, very competitive market. The other things that attract these high-end residents are having a front desk and a doorman. I'll focus on packages and our solution for that, as well as key guest access and guest access overall. So having a front desk, as I mentioned, or a doorman can really show off the property's white glove service to attract the high-end residents. But in traditional buildings, you also or communities, you have, often you have flooded mail rooms, package staffs, and those things are not white glove, especially in metro areas and big cities where package volumes are nuts and lockers, as we saw, it's not a one-size solution for any property. It just does not do the trick. So we set out to create a high-end package and delivery notification service with minimum hardware or space requirements. Now you can easily notify residents of incoming packages. You can snap a picture and label what the item is, so the resident receives a photo of the exact delivery that they received, and what you see is what you get. You'll never receive the wrong package, and with our secure handoff measures, we'll prevent the common theft or the common unit name mix-up. So residents can provide the PIN number that they receive on their smartphone from our app. They present their ID or simply agree to take a photo, making sure every package is securely handed off and accounted for. Your residents will also be able to drop off outgoing packages, or it could be things like laundry for pickup. And once your on-site staff mark it as picked up, they get notified that UPS or FedEx has their belongings. And what's more important than secure packages? It's keys. I think we can all agree a constant flow of unfamiliar faces of your residents' guests, their dog walkers, maid services, friends and family. It's not super alarming, but it's also hard to track and keep track of who's entering your property. And the one thing that is alarming is if you lose a key that they were granted access to. So now ManageGo gives you the ability with our smart state-of-the-art locker to hook up all your keys to the cloud. Now you'll have know which keys are out, who granted access, and whether or not it's been returned on time or if there's a key outstanding. As always, a security pin makes the handoff much easier and much safer, and you'll never have to reach for the old plastic bin of mystery keys. And that's very, very crucial for on-site staff. Now, lastly, to wrap it up, is Engage, our virtual community board, and I'll let Betty jump into that last one.
Thanks, Larry. I think the point that Larry has been highlighting with some of these features is that property managers are needing to ask themselves how they can create a positive resident experience and attract excellent renters. So providing amenities that foster community and make tenants feel heard are at the forefront of that conversation. We've implemented a feature called Engage to allow residents to build a community with their fellow residents through a virtual bulletin board. With Engage, you can keep your residents informed with building announcements. We actually have a client that's solely using Engage to post building updates. This feature will also allow your residents to post threads to announce something they're selling, like a used bike, maybe a lost and found, maybe someone found an AirPod in the hallway. This is actually one thing that happens in my building. They can also post about events that they're hosting. And additionally, we'll provide control settings that enable you to approve or disable comments. You can auto-approve topics. You can customize categories of those topics so residents can choose from things like events, selling something, or building notices. You know, you can be as hands-on or as hands-off as you want to be with Engage. And what we're seeing in the space currently is that property management companies are rethinking what amenities means for their residents and broadening this idea to provide a lifestyle outside of the four walls of their home. So with using ManageGo to shift your engagement strategy, you're actually providing a more connected residential experience. And now I'll move it over to Erica to wrap up with the Q&A.
So everyone, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a lot from what Betty and Larry have shared. I'm excited to move into our Q&A portion of this. I think I'll start with some questions that we received. One of the first questions I am seeing is, how do you get tenants signed up? I think this would be a good question for you, Betty, to answer on the onboarding process.
Sure, I'd love to answer this question. I think this question is a question that the client success team is faced with on a day-to-day. During the new client onboarding process, we are diligent in providing all of the resources that you will need to encourage tenants to sign up. So whether that's the old school method of marketing with flyers, posters, customized door hangers with all of the information they're going to need to sign up, to mass communication efforts like we actually can also create tenant accounts on their behalf. Our goals and your goals are aligned in generating the most amount of sign up as possible. We want to foster the most product adoption with your tenants and also with your internal teams.
Awesome. I have one more question that I'm seeing. I think, Larry, this will be better suited for you. The question is, do you have to get all of the concierge services together, or can you break them up to the ones that are most needed?
That's a good question, and it was something built out early on because we have a lot of clients. Their portfolios vary from 400 unit properties in Philadelphia or 900 unit properties in Brooklyn, New York, and each one can be structured differently, and so their account needed to reflect that. We made sure that we can service a building that has 50 units and just front desk and no amenities, and they needed packages and guest access, but they didn't have any amenity reservation. So they don't want to confuse the tenants by offering additional features. You can turn anything on and off that fits your need. We cater the product, the finished product, to what you're going to benefit the most out of. So just to sum it up, you don't need to buy or opt into the full suite. You can pick and choose the features that you like and launch that on your property.
Awesome. So I think that wraps up everything that we are presenting today. I hope that you all really got something out of this on really how to take your property management digital, which is very, very important as we continue to move into a more tech-based world. So I'm so happy that I got to host this with Larry and Betty. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again on our next webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, team.